Hey guys, what's up? So I'm just gonna tap into some energy to see what our messages are for this coming week, which is, oh God, the 20th, I believe the 20th to the 26th we're gonna do. Gosh, I hope that's right. If not, I will edit it. But my intentions are focused on this coming week. I'm pretty sure it's May the 20th. I literally have not been keeping up with time, you guys. I've just been living, honey, just living day to day, living in the present moment. All right, so let's see. Let's get some overall energy here for the collective that fell on the floor. It's two of them. So I'm gonna lay this one down first. Oh God, you guys. Ooh, okay. All right, I'm not judging. I'm not judging nobody or nothing. I'm just saying. All right. What else, Spirit? You know what? I'm feeling like Spirit is telling me that this is the overall energy. So I'm going to leave these two because we asked for the overall energy and these two came out together. So we're going to keep those two at the bottom and pull the rest of the cards. What else, Spirit? What else? Oh, that one tried to jump out, but it didn't, so I'm going to let it stay. Okay, I'm going to shuffle one more time. If nothing wants to come out, then I will pull from the top. Okay. Oh. Yes, strength. Come on through, strength. Alright, we just need two more cards. Okay. One more card. Ooh. One more card, please. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Alright, guys. So overall energy is so a lot of you guys, I like to think that it was the moon energy that we just were involved in this weekend, and I want to say that because of that moon, a lot of you guys are seeing things a little bit clearer. There's some clarity here. A lot of you guys have matured into the energy of the King of Cups, meaning that you have recognized and dissect your own feelings and your own emotions about whatever it is that's been going on in your life. I'm feeling like a lot of you guys have kind of took the importance of money to a different, like you see money and material things in a different light now. That's not to say that we don't need money or certain material things, or even that it doesn't mean that it's not a priority. It just means that what I'm getting is that a lot of you guys have matured in this energy of, you know what, that's cool, these material things are cool, but there's way more to life than just material things, and maybe it's time for me to dissect my feelings my emotions. Maybe it's time for me to explore those a little bit, because you guys have been tired of being in that regretful energy, right? This was in our last reading. You guys are tired of being in that regretful energy over emotional things, you know, or right now in this particular reading, I'm getting that a lot of you guys are tired of emotional experiences from the past keeping that hold on you. And you're definitely getting out of this energy, because this is what came out on top, right? When those cards fell out, this one came out on the top, and it's the King of Cups. But the King of Cups, even though they're emotional, they're pretty much mature in their emotions, as far as like realizing and recognizing that they have certain emotions and feelings. But it can also talk about someone that's a little insecure. And this message is coming in. A lot of you guys are insecure because of material things that you don't have, and you think that that's going to make you or break you. Okay, but you guys are finding strength. You guys are definitely finding the strength to move forward and reach out to people, because like I said before, a lot of you guys have been in this emotional energy, and this doesn't even have to be surrounding love or romance. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be a lot of, because I noticed that at the bottom of the deck, which talks about, you know, it was just basically like the overall energy, or some key components to the reading, is the Nine of Swords, right? Which we had that the last reading. So I think that because it's not showing here, I think that what it's telling me is that a lot of you guys are dealing with some anxiety, depression, feelings of not being worthy for anything emotionally, like, you know. So a lot of you guys kind of depend on material things to bring you that security, because you feel like you have some type of control over money and things like that, or it'll kind of like put a band-aid, like we talked about before. It'll put a band-aid on those past hurt. So I think this is definitely talking about a lot of you guys may have experienced some depression, anxiety, loneliness, and you're finding the strength. You realize that there's strength in reaching out to others for help. Okay, you're realizing that there's strength in that, and you're not feeling so weak, or like you're blocking it out. Like, I'm just envisioning these two people, like, they're cups obviously, but I'm envisioning these two cups behind this person, like, let me help you. It's okay, let me help you. And this person's just like, no, I'm too embarrassed. My pride is too big. It's too strong. I don't want to ask for help. I don't want to express these emotions that I'm feeling, this anxiety, this depression, because I don't want to be viewed as weak. Right? So a lot of you guys have been in that energy, right? This is a good reading, guys. This is definitely progress, because the Strength card is here, and you guys are starting to realize, man, if anything, reaching out for help and acknowledging my feelings, my depression, my anxiety, my past hurts and love and all that, that's not weak. It would be weak for me not to do it, right? It's strength, reaching out and speaking my truth. And then we have the Temperance card, which is about patience and balance, right? Having patience with yourself, acknowledging the strength that it took, you know, little baby steps. Acknowledge where you are in your life, and even when you find yourself doing something that makes you feel uncomfortable for the betterment of yourself, no matter how small it is, you should congratulate yourself. You should celebrate yourself. All right, so I just want to get, okay. It's a couple cards I wanted to fall out, but they didn't. So we're going to keep on rocking. I'm going to get some clarification on this Five of Cups. I kind of want to know, I want to know more about this because everything else surrounding this reading says that you guys are coming out of this energy. But I want to know if there's any more information that we could be, you know, some light that could be shed on. The Five of Cups. Let's clarify this Five of Cups, please. Okay, I'm going to shuffle one more time. If nothing wants to come out, then I will pull from the top. Okay, there's two cards, so I'm going to take them. Okay, this was just at the bottom of the deck. You guys saw me shuffle. I shuffled the cards. This was at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Guys, this is, listen, I'm hyped. You guys are showing out. Y'all out here showing out for real. This is progress, okay? This is progress. So I wanted to clarify the Five of Cups, right? And we got this, right? The Five of Cups is geared. This card right here is telling me that the Five of Cups energy is definitely related to anxiety. Like I was saying, anxiety and depression, fear of letting anybody in. See, her heart is crossed, right? But to confirm that you guys are coming out of this energy is the Knight of Cups. And this is an action card, okay? This is action. And you could see that horse is ready to, like, go, okay? So this is the Knight of Cups. This is someone who is wanting to express their emotions, right? And in the reading, in the other cards, right, we got the strength. They're finding the strength to reach out to others for help. You know, finding people that you could talk to and that you could trust with opening up, right? And this is happening quick. This is like, look, I've realized that it took strength, and I got the strength to do this. And I realized that this does not make me less of a person if I reach out and say, hey, I'm struggling here in this area of my life. I need somebody to talk to. Are you available? Right? This is, guys, this is what's up. This is what's up. What's up? What's up? I'm so excited because this says a lot, you know, like, this says a lot about the energy that's surrounding us with this full moon that just happened. And this was what we needed to work on. This is what we needed to work on. Please, if you haven't yet, go watch the previous reading for the full moon energy, because this is exactly what Spirit was telling us we needed to work on. A lot of us need to work on and find balance, right? We need to find balance within ourselves. You know, our emotional body, which is basically the feminine energy. The feminine is emotional, nurturing, caring, intuitive, creative. So it's like a lot of us had to tap back into our femininity, like our feminine energy. You know, a lot of us might have had too much of our masculine energy, you know, to where we ignored our emotions, and it got us nowhere. Like, even if you feel, you know, I'm not going to say it got us nowhere, because we all have certain things that we just survival mode, kind of, you know, like where we put up barriers out of the needs, the feeling of needing to protect ourselves from something. So it's not ever really in vain. Everything happens for a reason. Our paths are our paths, and the way that they unfold is for a reason. So I don't want to make it seem like, you know, being too much in your masculine or too much in your feminine energy is a bad thing, right? For your specific situation. It's definitely not balanced, but, you know, we do what we have to do especially if we feel like we're in survival mode, right? But this is great energy. This is progress. This is progress. Okay, so I'm gonna push these cards up a little bit. I want to get. So this is the week. So this is the energy for this week. A lot of you guys are taking what it is that you learned or got clarity on from this full moon, which was all about transformation. It was all about love, emotions, you know, figuring out, sitting with yourself and realizing like where you went wrong, or the things that you just need to work on, and wounds that you never really acknowledged. They must have came up, you know, came to the surface. Okay, that one fell out. Came to the surface during this past week, and now you guys, this week is looking pretty good. You guys are mastering those emotions. All right, let's see. Let's get 2 more cards. The Nine of Wands just came out, which is, ooh, this one tried to come over. Okay, so we got a second part, I believe. This may also be a continuation of the overall reading, but I think that this overall reading here was mainly talking about, for me, intuitively, I feel like it was mainly talking about a lot of you guys who have been in you know, in a state of depression, anxiety, but I'm feeling like this might have had to do with a lover. And if it didn't have to do like completely with a lover, I think that this energy affected the lovers. Okay, so maybe this anxiety and depression had something to do with someone that you lost, or maybe had something to do with a job that you lost, or self-love, or just not feeling worthy. You know, all of that depression, all of that anxiety, all of the not really knowing what direction you want to go into and everything like that possibly affected your relationship that you may have had, or or just the chances of you being in a relationship at all. It affected it, right? So let's just get one more card for this here, for the Nine of Wands, the lovers. It's a lot of emotions in here. Oh, upside down. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. So, of course, like you guys know, if you've been watching, Six of Cups is somebody want that old thing back card, right? I've named that. I've named this card that. But, which I definitely think there's 2 different messages that I'm getting with this card. I feel like, I'm going to put it there, so, for the effects of it all. All right, so Six of Cups, right? I feel like on one side, right, the Six of Cups is not always, it's not just about getting that old thing back or reminiscing about an old lover or friendship. It also talks about past lives or your childhood. And I think that a lot of things that happen in your childhood, a lot of you guys, affects your anxiety and your depression to this day. And it's a battle that you guys have been fighting for a long time, since you were a child. And it took you years and years and years of resisting those things that happened to you in the past, you know, where you felt victimized or you felt like you were done unfairly. Oh, that's heavy. That's heavy. I don't know why I just like really just started getting emotional. Yeah. So a lot of things that happened in your childhood, you guys, had played a huge part of why you were never really able to open up to people, never really able to feel secure in asking for help. And it caused all this anxiety and like fear of certain things. of people not being able to trust people because of what happened in your childhood. And I'm sorry, whoever's watching, I'm sorry for what has happened to you, because I feel like, we've all had some maybe like unfair things happen to us in childhood. Um, but for this particular group that I'm channeling right now, I feel like there's some real heavy stuff, things that happen to you. There's some really heavy things. And it's not just, a parent left, which I'm not saying I'm not taking that from anybody. Because if I were to talk about, bring myself in just as an example, like my father was never there, but I'm not talking about what I'm feeling is not so much of that energy. It's a little bit heavier. It's a little bit heavier. Like you may have been abused. Yeah, because like you guys, my eyes are watering, and this is not my energy, because that's never happened to me. So let me just be clear with that. I've never been abused in my childhood, but I'm feeling that a lot of you guys have been, or even if it's just one person that's watching, this may be a specific message, that you've been abused, physically abused, possibly mentally too, but I'm feeling physical abuse that has stopped you from being able to open up to anyone, especially if it was, I'm sorry if this is triggering, but I have to say what's coming to me, especially if this was a physical sexual abuse, because I've been made to recognize this bed, and the bed is just telling me that some of you guys have, yeah. I'm gonna move on from that because that's really heavy. Now, this could have definitely affected your relationship with other people. And you may have, I feel like this is specific to someone who has someone that they love, someone that loves them and wants to love them. Sorry guys, my battery is dying. But somebody that wants to love them and have been wanting to love them. But what's happened in the past, which has caused this anxiety, has kept them from their lover, kept them from showing their true side, their true self. But you guys, the good news is that we know that you're tired. Now, if this doesn't resonate with you, going through these emotions, then it may very well be someone who has been in your life, or someone that who maybe hasn't been able to fully give to you, right? Never really fully been able to express their emotions to you. Right? And it's put them in this energy, you guys. Like, it really has. That's why you really can't judge people and where they are. And you really can't take things personal, right? Because this shit feels heavy, bro. Like, it's like this person wanted to let that love in. They wanted to feel that. They wanted to feel intimate. They wanted to be intimate. They wanted to love you. They wanted to do all this. And it killed them that they couldn't do it. They could not let go of what has happened to them. They couldn't let go to what's happened to them when they were a child. And I feel like lately, because it's almost like divine intervention, it's almost like the universe has been trying to help them with coming out of that energy. And the more that they try to resist it, the more they start thinking about the things that happen. And it just keeps sinking, it just keeps putting them more and more into this energy. But they're tired. They're tired of of being in this energy. They're tired of like missing out on something that could be great and something that could be nourishing to them, all because of what someone did to them. So in the past, or even still, this energy is still there, you guys. That's not something that's just gonna go away overnight. But the good news is that they realize that they don't deserve to be imprisoned by the past. They don't deserve to hold on to this energy. They don't deserve feeling like this. Excuse me. And I feel like a lot of them want to say something to you, or if this is you in this energy, you want to say something, you want to just let it all out. Remember, I said a lot of people are reaching out for help and finally deciding to get in touch with their emotions, but they're still insecure about it, because to open up is to be vulnerable. And the last time they were vulnerable, I mean, what's more vulnerable than a child? The last time they were vulnerable, you know, they were hurt, they were abused. Okay, and maybe the last time they were vulnerable was in a past relationship. Maybe it wasn't anything necessarily to do with their childhood, but maybe they were vulnerable in a past relationship and that person cut them. So it's like, bro, the last time I opened up to someone, they used that against me. So I've come to terms with this, my emotions. I've come to terms with how I am and why I am, but I still have some insecurity, but I'm mature and I'm ready, and I'm finding the strength to get out of this energy because I'm tired. And I'm coming in quick. So this week, you guys, this is going to be definitely a refreshing week, and speak, child, an accomplished week. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like there may be people coming towards you. I feel like getting 3 more cards. I'm just being told to get 3 more cards, but there might be someone coming towards you with some truth, some secrets. Ooh, yeah, some secrets, truth that they've been wanting to tell you, but they're getting like all tongue-tied and like stuttery and anxious, and I mean, I'm hearing clammy hands. Clammy hands, like, oh my God, just do it. Set yourself free. And make sure, okay, that flipped over. Okay, one more, please, one more. And then we're gonna close this out. One more. Spirit. Okay. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful way to end it. All right, guys. So, yeah. So, definitely. So, like I said, this person is definitely coming in strong. It may take a little time, or you may be coming in strong, right? It may take a little time because you're probably trying to get your words together. You're probably trying to figure out, or there, like, however this resonates. I'm just trying to just get the message out before it leaves me, but maybe trying to get like the tactic, kind of like try to see how you're going to approach it, how you're going to express these feelings of, you know, of what's been going on and how you've been feeling and the things that you've accomplished, right? Because 2 of Cups, there's definitely somebody that you've had your eye on, or someone's had their eye on you, and all of this stuff has just been like blocking them from you, right? They've been blocked from you. But see, this card, the 8 of Swords, is all about holding your own self back. And then see, the chains that she has are loose, so she could easily come up out of them if she wanted to. She's blindfolded, and even though she's blindfolded, it's even like she's trying to be even extra. Like, girl, you're blindfolded already. Why are you looking down? Like, you're really not trying. Like, you've really been holding yourself back because, like, you're blindfolded and you're looking down. You're still looking down. So it's like this person was blocked from you. There were blocks there. They were emotional because all these cups. We've got 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 cups, and 6 is all about balance. 6 is the number of balance and harmony. It can't get any more beautiful than that, you guys. So, all these cups, there was a lot of emotional blocks. But this is definitely telling me that a lot of you guys already have a person. You already have a person. And you're unblocked though. You're getting unblocked. You're becoming unblocked because you realize that you could take these chains off. They're loose. They're not even, and then when you take the chains off, you can take your blindfold off, right? But they're coming for you because 3 of Cups is all about celebrations, reuniting. That is awesome, you guys. So I want to say, because the readings, since the first reading I did has been a lot of progress. There's been a lot of progress, you guys. So I'm going to pull some oracle cards. This is from our ancestors, our spirit guides, the advice that they have for us during this. Oh, that one flipped over. Guys, the moon. Sorry, I just love it when it happens like that. I just love it when it happens like that. I wasn't even finished talking, but I was saying that this is what we're being guided to work on. This moon, I don't care, you guys. I don't care what nobody says. This moon had a lot of effects on a lot of people in the best way. A lot of clarity. Yeah. It shed a lot of light, and it was bright too. Oh, okay. So I just threw that one, but wow, move beyond ancestral patterns. That's beautiful. Wow. And that just kind of reminded me of the 6 of Cups card about the childhood trauma and abuse that some of you guys have possibly gone through. And it's time to break those curses and those patterns. You were a victim, honey, but you are no longer a victim because you are still here. And that person or those people have no power over you. No more power over you. Affirm that. Say that to yourself. Speak that to yourself. Say that to yourself every night. Look in the mirror if you have to. These people no longer have the power over me. Ooh, that flipped over. She-wolf. Unleash the wild within. Wow. And then the bottom of the deck is great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. All right, guys. So let's read the cards to get the full message here. All right, the moon. I'm not going to hold them up right now, guys, because I'm really shaky today for some reason. So, moon. Take note. Well, I'm usually always shaky, but whatever. Take note of intuitive messages. Use your intuition. Practice discernment. See through illusions and blockages. The moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine and the energy of receiving. If the sun is God, the moon is goddess, and so she offers a powerful energy of polarity and balance. She has an energy and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, and to somewhat interesting behavior. So when the moon appears in a reading, you are often being told that not everything is as it seems. The moon has a dark side, just dark, not negative, and can show you what you've been kept in the dark about. Lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased, so take note of any feelings arising at this time. They are messages from your soul and angels. The moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark, So ask yourself if you are avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets. She reveals all. Okay. Beautiful. Elder. Let's see what Elder has to say. Alright, Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. Move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by family members past and present. Know that the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. The Aboriginal people are the oldest tribal people still living on the planet. Their hunter-gatherer culture and ancient spirituality are rooted in tradition and balance with the earth. So the Aboriginal ancestors are offering you not only wisdom that will help you heal and adapt to the ever-changing planet, but also an understanding of what a spiritual life should be. The elder is the ancestor who comes with a message of healing, change. He is embodied an embodied soul, yet he has had journeys that go beyond the physical. Therefore, he represents a reclamation of power. When he appears, it's an acknowledgement that you have the capacity to move beyond the limitations that have been placed upon you. If you have had expectations of success, failure, sadness, or even sickness placed upon you by your family, it's important to know that you are here to create your own story. This card represents personal healing that will bring healing to your family lineage, past, present, and future. Know that you get to decide what you take on, and also know that your ancestors are rooting for you and are sorry for any setbacks they have created for you. That is so beautiful. Why am I so emotional? Oh my god. Wow. Okay, She-Wolf. Oh my god, She-Wolf. Come on, girl. Alright, She-Wolf. Let your wild side up and out. Unleash your talents and desires. The She-Wolf is a powerful shamanic soul who is half wolf and half woman. She is the alpha female who is not afraid to stand out from the crowd, or in this case, pack. She is wild, unfiltered, and unfettered. She encourages you not to be trapped by the limiting factors of weaker members of the pack or those who are trying to hunt you down because you have gifts they don't like or understand. She represents the energy of the wilderness and the unknown and encourages you to be free and unchained and go beyond boundaries. Release the animal energy within you and track down what you need to do to express your true self. You are being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you've been holding back on your hopes or dreams, you're being encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wolf energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in, and don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom or growth. The life you want is here. Alright, you guys, so the great teacher will be the overall generalized message. Alright, the great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time. But there is a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself in the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a great chance that if you've been having challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation these have indeed been holy experiences. Beautiful. All right, guys, this is awesome. Hang in there. Keep doing the work, you guys. This is a beautiful, progressive reading. Let me know if this resonates with you, and I will see you guys next time.